All right. So the Super Eagles of Nigeria returned from Libya yesterday. All's well that ends well. They came back into the country after spending a whole day in a Libyan airport, just about a day, just about 24 hours. But the latest coming out of CAF right now is that the game is not being listed. The Super Eagles game against the Mediterranean Knights is not on the schedule that was put out by CAF earlier this afternoon. So we knew the game wasn't going to hold once the team got on that plane and were heading back to the country. But I guess CAF is finally coming to terms with the situation. Now, next up for CAF will be a real important decision. What are they going to do about all this? I think this is a big time decision to be made. Hopefully they do the right thing. I mean, I'm not even caring about the 3 points, but some kind of sanctions have to be laid upon Libya, and something has to be done to protect this, to prevent this from ever happening in the future. Because when you hear about the whole situation, it gets real scary. Because at first we're thinking the worst part about all this is that the players are stuck in an airport for hours and hours and hours, almost a whole day. I think it was like 21 hours before they left out of Libya. But to be honest, that was really not even that scary when you think about what they went through just to get there. So on your screen, you got the pilot that flew the Super Eagles from Nigeria to Libya, also from Libya to Nigeria. And he's talking about the whole ordeal, talking about the whole situation from start to finish. And he has a lot of interesting things to say. We're gonna check it out real quick. Then of course I'm gonna give my opinion when it gets done. Make sure to like this video, subscribe.
Leaving Nigeria for Libya yesterday. What was the point of arrival?
The flight plan was to land as destination Benghazi, Benina, but unfortunately, and we got the approval from the Libyan Civil Aviation Authority that we are approved to land in Benghazi, but unfortunately when we start descent they asked us to divert to Labreg, which is at almost 150 miles, that is 300 kilometers around, more far, but it's at the east. So it wasn't our alternate, something which is not good, because in aviation we have our flight plan, we calculate the fuel to our destination, so we have to avoid this kind of thing, because it may make a breach to safety. And when I insist to land in Benghazi according to my flight plan and according to my authorization, they said no. It's from the highest authority. You have to land in Labreg al-Baida. So
the Libyans are saying that it was your discretion to land in
no. Everything is registered. In aviation, we cannot hide anything. So I asked them several times, at least 8 times, and I warned them probably I will be in trouble for fuel. They said it's from highest authority. You cannot land in Benghazi. You have to divert immediately to Labreg. Thank God we make it safely, and we landed safe in the other airport.
In the event that your company is asked to provide evidence, will you be able to avail?
Yes. All the evidences are in all is documented in aviation. We cannot hide anything. This is our flight plan, so we cannot say something which is not wrong, because there is a lot of cross-check and a lot of redundancy in aviation. So they cannot hide this information or say other than the truth. The truth was we was going to Benghazi, and I can show you also evidence of the approval. I have it.
Captain, don't worry.
Yes. So after that, they changed their mind, and at the last minute, they changed the airport. Even the airport was not. It's like a domestic airport. It's not. It's not well equipped. There is no ILS, no air nav approach, no VUR. So we make it visually to be able to land, because in case of go around, you cannot go anywhere. So it was our first and last chance.
And I heard that you've been in that area before. Was that problem
Yes,
helped you?
yes. Thank God, I worked there for 2 years with Tunisian company, so I know the area very well, and it was not an easy matter at all.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
When a pilot will hear to me, he will understand that it was not an easy thing to land by night, visual approach, with marginal weather, without ILS, without air nav approach, and without VOR.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank God.
So yeah, as you heard right there from the man himself, crazy situation the Super Eagles were in. Maybe they didn't even know about how crazy the situation was, but definitely really crazy situation. Lives were put at risk by the Libyan government, and all for a football game. That's what you got to think about. It's really a game, y'all. It's just a game that kids play. Adults get paid to play it, but it's still a game that kids play. You start from the beginning. They were approved to go to the Benghazi airport, landing at Benghazi airport. Then out of nowhere, they're told they shouldn't land in the Benghazi airport, and they're told to go 300 kilometers east of the Benghazi airport to another city that wasn't even the alternative landing spot for the Super Eagles. So you gotta think about that, how crazy that request was. Not even the second spot that was planned out. So they had to make that trip, and you gotta think about it again. This is a flight. This is not a bus. This is not KK. This is not a car. You don't stop and buy fuel, gas. You don't stop and buy it. You can only fly with what you got. So that's why you gotta be precise as a pilot. You gotta plan. They gotta plan everything to a T. So you gotta know, like, okay, we need this much gas just to make it from here to here. So just by luck, they had enough after reaching Benghazi to push on to that place. Because if they didn't, what were they gonna do? They couldn't just land in the middle of nowhere. This would have been a real crazy situation. Then you got the Libyan government telling lies. Like, come on now, this is aviation. Even when there are crashes, we know exactly what went on in the plane. So come on now, how ridiculous can you be to do all that, then come out and lie about it? Like, it's completely ridiculous. He said 8 times he begged them, like, don't do this. Let me land where I need to land. Don't do this. And they refused. He even told them, look, I could be in trouble with fuel. That means he's just saying I could be in trouble. We could die. That's what he, like, I don't mean to laugh, but that's what he meant. We could be in trouble with fuel. That's just a business-like way of saying it. We could crash, burn. Like, what are you talking about? Are we brothers or are we not brothers? That's what I'm asking every African country with this mentality. Are we brothers or are we not brothers? Just let us know what it is. And they're talking about evidence, like I said, in a plane. You can always find evidence. Like, the pilot can't even hide anything. He can't hide nothing. Everything that's there is gonna be there. So that right there, ridiculous. Then he said it was a domestic airport. That means that also could have brought issues in landing, because if not that the pilot was even familiar with the area. He said with another company, he used to frequent that area. But he also said it wasn't easy to land at night, especially you're in a domestic airport, or airport that's not prepared for international flights. It's gonna be tough. So at the end of the day, these people put our lives at risk for a measly 3 points. Like, I don't understand it. 1 point, because you were never going to beat us. Even that 1 point, I'm not sure. I think somebody was going to find a way to score a goal. I think they would have lost that game. And to keep it real, I saw you got the videos that Ola Aina posted, and I'm thinking that's probably why they kept on leaving them at that airport, because they saw they could not break the team. They could not break them. They were so loud. They were so happy. They could not be broken. Even when the situation was horrible, they were still with high spirits. And it hurt those people's feelings. It hurt their feelings that they didn't see our players balled up, crying. Our players were good. And that hurt their feelings even more. It hurt their heart that they couldn't get our players down, that they couldn't affect their psyche. And I think that's why they kept dragging it. Because remember, when it first happened, what was being said? Somebody from above said 8 hours. Keep them 8 hours in the airport. Then they get to 8 hours and you see that they're not apologetic. They don't care. They're just chilling. They're amongst each other, just laughing, talking. Yes, it's a bad situation, but at least they have each other. Nobody is being harmed, so they're good. And it hurt those people's feelings. It really hurt them. But with that being said, I feel like just with the testimony of the pilot, it should be like a ban or something. It should be something real serious, because you put our lives at risk. You really did. Over what? I still don't understand it. Over what? How far are you gonna go? Like, seriously, over a football game that you tell them that they can't land where they're supposed to land. You take them all the way to somewhere else, and you don't even have the facilities for them to land properly at that place. Totally put people's lives at risk. For what? It's a big, big shame to Libya. It's a big, big shame to Africa. It's just a big disgrace. It's a big disgrace. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Super Eagles game against Libya taken off the schedule by CAF, and also the pilot that took the Super Eagles to Libya and back spills the beans on the situation, lets us know how it really was. But let me know your thoughts, put it in the comment section, and please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.